everyone. Welcome to Open Remote. I'm Rhina Valentin, your host of Café con Leche. For the next hour, always actually encouraging you to get social with us online, especially during these times. So you can follow us on Instagram at BronxNet TV, as well as Twitter, and like us on Facebook at Open BronxNet Television. Our videos are being posted there. And if you're interested in speaking to me directly, you can find me on all those platforms. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Insta Stories, and LinkedIn at Rhina Valentin. So the coronavirus, it continues to impact our lives on so many levels. And now small business owners, they have to figure out a way to survive this crisis. And recently, Governor Cuomo ordered all non-essential businesses to shut down as the number of COVID-19 cases continues to rise in New York City. Our first guest has started a petition to ensure a small business relief policy is implemented during this pandemic. Here now to tell us more, we welcome Council Member of the 13th District and Chair of City Council Small Business Committee, Mark Gjonaj. Hi, Mark. How are you?
Hey, Rhina. We're hanging in there under these uncertain and chaotic times. First of all, let me just say that my thoughts and prayers are with all that are experiencing these unprecedented moments. Just imagine a few weeks ago, we were at a different place, and in the last couple of weeks, our lives have been turned over. It's hard to explain what has happened over 2 weeks' time and how everything that we understood and relied on is no longer understood or reliable.
Yes, and that, quite frankly, is somewhat of an understatement because it's just we're all dealing with a shock factor. And this week, most recently, they implemented all small businesses to shut down. And quite frankly speaking, as a small business owner, there is a struggle with small businesses to begin with prior to this. So how is this even going to resolve itself?
Look, we know that our small businesses were struggling before the coronavirus outbreak. Now it's not even about struggling. It's a question of survival and what we can do to make sure these businesses survive. We know that a number of these businesses that were mandated to close down will never open again. We need to be as supportive as possible to ensure every small business is going to have that opportunity when this crisis is over to reopen those doors. We've seen literally the American dream be destroyed. We understanding that the health factor is the priority first. But when you work your whole life to put a small business together and you invest your sweat and your blood and your tears into something, and to have it literally be destroyed before your very eyes, is very emotional.
Your department of the City Council Small Business Committee, you're the chair. Like, what exactly are you going to be able to offer to these small businesses to try and salvage their businesses?
Well, right now it's about all levels of government coming together, whether it be city, state, and federal, and putting cash into the hands of small businesses so they can weather out this storm. Income tax, real estate taxes, water and sewer, payroll taxes, all of those charges should be set aside for the very moment, easing the concerns of these businesses as they try to figure out and reestablish their businesses and the very models that they have in place. In addition, the government should be also negotiating with utility companies, with banks to delay payments of loans and mortgages, and insurance companies to make sure for those that have had business interruption claims that they honor those claims. And obviously working with our property owners to make sure they're flexible with their tenants regarding rent payments. So that's at a bare minimum. That would keep cash in the hands of our small business. But more importantly, because we know that our businesses don't have cash reserves, we need to get immediate grants into the hands of these small businesses. Giving them loans with low interest is not a solution. that's just going to put them further into debt. We need grants with immediate relief for our most vulnerable businesses, the small business, the micro business, the mom and pop shop, and then we can talk about loans to help them rebuild themselves.
What are some of the other resources that people can turn to just figure out means of surviving in this era?
So Small Business Services is offering not only the retention grant program, it's also offering the ability to borrow up to $75,000 for any company that has less than 100 employees. The real money is going to come in from the Small Business Administration, the SBA. We're anxiously awaiting to see what the package is going to look like. We know it's $2 trillion. I've been told that it's going to have everything that we possibly could want to help small businesses, including not relying on credit ratings and no personal guarantees. So that's just a few of the things that have been brought to my attention. But it's going to take us a day or so to go through the actual package that's being presented and hopefully be passed by Congress today, I believe, at 1 o'clock. And then we'll know more. We'll be offering a town hall, web town hall, for our small businesses early next week. We hope by Tuesday we'll have something in place where we'll have the Small Business Administrator on the phone with us to answer any questions and talk more about the programs. So the message now is to our small business owners, just stay afloat. We're going to have grants and we're going to have loans that are going to be readily available to you. But the message should be clear to City Hall and to Albany that we need our small businesses. They are what makes New York such a great place. And without them, we would be in dire straits.
So before we go, let's talk about this petition that you've mobilized to ensure small business relief policy.
So we started a petition online. We have over 17,000 that have already signed on. It's at change.org. Search Save Small Business before it's too late. I encourage everyone to sign on and circulate that petition through social media with all their contacts. We need to deliver a message, and that message is wake up City Hall, wake up Albany. Our small businesses need help today. They need more in the form of grants and information than just rhetoric about loans down in the future. Their world has been turned upside down. They've worked so hard to build these businesses. They've invested everything into them. And now to be shut down with uncertainty as to when they can reopen, if they could ever reopen, is truly emotional and devastating. I wanted to add something that I should have mentioned earlier.
Okay.
You know, we have a lot of hardship out there. Many of our seniors and sick are homebound and don't have the financial resources or wherewithal to be able to shop or have food delivered to them. So for the members, the elderly and the sick and the homebound in the 13th Council District, I partnered up with our local restaurants and merchants that through their generosity and philanthropy are willing to feed and assure that our most vulnerable in their most time of need will have the basic of food and ability to eat for themselves. So I'm proud of the small businesses during these struggling times that still step up to the plate and offering whatever products they have to the most needy.
That's beautiful. So is that being delivered?
Yes. So we're working out the intricacies now. Some of our seniors, and we've broken down the district by neighborhood. So if you live on Pelham Parkway, we're partnering up with restaurants and merchants in that area. If you're on Morris Park or City Island or Throgs Neck or Allison Avenue or Westchester Square or Pelham Bay, we have local restaurants and merchants that are going to be there to support our elderly and sick,
And
keeping
so,
them at home and making sure that they
Yes.
have the necessities to survive.
oh, It's so wonderful. It's really, that's the only refreshing aspect of this whole experience is just seeing everybody come together. And thank you for sharing that on your district. Now, can people find that on your website?
Yes, I've tweeted it. I've put it out on social media. They have to contact my office, and obviously, the supply is limited. So we encourage only those that truly need this service to request it. We don't know, again, the duration. This can go on for weeks. It can go on for months. So our small businesses are willing to make that sacrifice. We just want to make sure that this service gets into the hands of those that truly need it as a necessity.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And like you said, we're all in this together. So thank you for making sure that your district is taken care of, Mark Gjonaj.
Well, Rhina, thank you for what you're doing and bringing out the awareness and the information that's needed. Without media, this wouldn't be possible. So thank you for the job that you're doing.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And stay safe, blessed, and healthy.
You too. Thanks.
To help with the elderly and to save small businesses, please visit Councilmember Mark Gjonaj's Twitter account at Mark Gjonaj NY. And for any information regarding District 13, please visit council.nyc.gov. All right, so we have to take a quick break, but when we return, we're going to get some remote learning tips for students and parents alike.